Assalamualaikum. Hi, my name is Muhammad Aiman here with the student ID of 012023021096. So today I'll be presenting my code for the subject OOP, Object Oriented Programming. So first of all, I'll just show my code modifications, what I changed. I chose the a la carte sample, which is sample 8. Some of the changes that I did was I added the J list, the J text area, J button, a bunch of J button, a J text field, and a string builder. So all of this is for the selection completed button. I added this button into the J panel, which I utilize a J panel from the sample of flow layout. So I discovered that you can actually use the flow layout to your advantage in making a panel in the a la carte menu. So I kind of merged a bit between sample 2 and sample 8. So but instead of just using the flow layout, I use the J panel where they will create a panel that you can just put in the different types of context, such as a button or a text field. So in this case, I added the selection completed button into the J panel. I added the change color button into the J panel. I added the button for adding items to the total bill. I added button for displaying the bill. And I added a text field where you can just type anything you want in there. And I also added a string builder to store accumulated items for the bill. This one, and a running total to store the running total. I'll show you more of this later on in the presentation. So the check color is just to keep track of what is the current color on the screen that is going on. So this is a string builder. I created a button for adding items to the running total and add it to the panel. This is the full coding for the J panel, where I added the button and all that. So this is where it really matters, where the action performed, instead of using get command, I think get action command is the original one in a la carte. I use get source, where it's easier for it to check whether the button is clicked or not. So once you click a button, it'll get the get source and it'll correspond with the corresponding coding that is run below here. Okay, so for example, the add to total button is equals to the add selected item to total. So anytime you click the total button, it'll go to the item selected total. So this is where the background color coding happens. So if it's color 1, which is the original color, it'll change the background set panel to gray, else it'll check the background to yellow. So it will check, it will use this line of code here to check whether it is one color or the other color, to switch between two different colors. So the add selected to total, this is where you choose what do you want. For example, I'll show you later on the coding, the program, where you can select what you want and add it into your total, and it shows how much is your total there. So I just use the add selected, the list array, your choices. This is a bit modified from the selection item, which is the original in the a la carte. And then there's also the display full bill, where it will shows your full bill and the running total, which is the amount of items that you added from the code before. You'll understand more once I show you the program. So then, since I've been talking about the program, let's see the program. So this is the coding. I'll show you the whole thing. Okay, so this is my program. As you can see here, I'll just put it into here. So there's the espresso, the single shot. First of all, I think the best thing, let's change color. I like gray, so I put in gray. So this button changes the color. And then for the original one is the selection completed, where as you can see, you press it, it'll show you the selection, it'll show you the selection. Then here comes what I added, which is add to total. So you click his and you click another one, then you click the display full bill. I'll show you the two added total, and you can still add stuff by taking the add to total and then you display full bill again, and it'll show you more. And this is the change color. You can change it to yellow or gray. And then this is just a text field for you to say anything you want. Tip to Aiman for 100. So that's all I got. Thank you.